Welcome to the 420 Monster channel. And this is a little segment that I think me and my viewers, I know I do, and I think I can speak for my viewers when I say, we want answers, right? Yeah, answers. Not, oh, don't piss me off, don't ask for proof. Answers, okay? Answers. And I'm going to give this a few minutes for you people to pop in. I know somebody will go up in there and, tell the porch monkeys that I'm on here and that we want answers. And I'm sure they'll probably view. And I'll send them a link. I'll go back on a Google Hangouts and they can come on my channel and they can give them answers if they choose. But I mean, asking her for things like proof, even her viewers ask for proof, and you'll be kicked off her blessed fucking porch and just for asking for proof, and you'll just make her angry and get kicked off the porch. So, yeah. With that, hi viewers, hi. Same old me. I'm good. I'm good. I just curious. You know what I'm saying? These people have a lot of accusations. They're throwing a lot of shit out there. And anytime I've known Takedown Man to say anything, he's backed it up with proof. Okay, and he's had answers, and he didn't piss when people act. So, I'm curious why they do. I know why they do. I'm just, So, yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm waiting for them. And I want answers. Oh, yeah, just that. Have you ever watched your show, Bullshit Talk? They're accusing of all kinds of fucking atrocities, calling them pedophiles and fucking all kinds of shit with no proof. Obviously, asking for proof and they get pissed, but yeah. So I'm just calling them on their bullshit. Not bullshit, but their bullshit. Well, you tell me, Rusty, what happened? I just want answers. I want to know why Pam and Rick are getting pissed when people ask for proof of their bullshit that they tell about everybody. I know why. It's because they fucking lied. Just like they lied when they said that MD Outdoors called their autistic dog that has so many problems and can't talk, and then the next day on a live stream, they look right at us after they said it the day before on a live stream and say, we never said that. When you go right back and give them the timestamp of the time, the exact time on their video that they said it, and they still look right at you in the eye and say, we never said that. Go look at the MD Exposed thing and tell me that they never said that. These people are calling military personnel. They're saying they are stealing valor, that they're thieves. You want to show? Let me show you. I got proof of what Takedown Man does. Right here. He donates to people tops. Okay, that's proof. I got it right in my hand. I got the box it came in. You want to see the box? I got the box. I'll have to cover the address. Yeah. That's the box right here. Right there. There's the box. Hey, Krems. I know you are, buddy. Bullshit talk. But yeah, so I just wanted to see if they actually, you know what I mean? Because I don't care if I get kicked off the porch. I want answers. You know? That's all. No, it ain't good, Rusty. You're right, buddy. It ain't. They're trying to do all kinds of mean things, just friggin', it's just all, you want to do soap drama, like Miss Fucking Wonderful and Truthfully Trash and all that. You know what I mean? That's fine. I could care less. But when you start really accusing people of actual crimes that do nothing, you know what I mean? The guy has a channel that he dedicates and lets people go on and put on live streams or whatever to make them feel better about themselves, young children and stuff like that. He's just straight up, he's honest with everybody. And then, yeah, they have it in for him for some reason. They're trying to ride on his coattails to get a friggin' free pass. I don't get it. But just because you got a channel with 6 figures don't mean that you should be victimized for your... it's just fucking crazy. Pisses me off to no end. And thank you, buddy. Thank you. Have you seen all that's going on over there, Matthew? Probably not. You don't pay much attention to that crap, and I don't blame you. Because that's what it is, too, is crap. They won't come in here and give me answers. I know they won't. So this ain't going to be too long. Yeah, oh, they're always bashing Cab 7. So you are familiar with them. Oh, yeah. Lovely bunch of friggin' redneck hicks. And, you know, I guess Takedown Man does have proof because it's, you know, public knowledge when people actually do commit a crime. You know, they're accusing him of hacking and stealing their credit cards and accounts and shit like that, which would be, you know, like, oh, it's a long story, man. You'd have to go watch the videos and you'll catch up on it. But, you know, they accuse Takedown Man of stealing their credit card numbers and buying shit off from Google, wherever. You know what I'm saying? If that's true, then it's public knowledge, and I can't find it. It didn't happen, that's why. But, yeah, so, but guess what? It would be public knowledge. Her brother Rick being a pedophile, that's public knowledge. Yeah. Yep, that's public knowledge, all right. But, yeah, I just got a little fired up. It's all good, though. Exactly, buddy. They are. He you know, I haven't met Takedown Man, you know, eye to eye, hand, you know, face to face, but I can tell you this, for somebody we've never met, that man's done nothing but help this guy. Nothing but help me, you know. And what can I do to benefit him? Little or nothing, you know what I mean? I got no money. I got no big channel. I can't give him a shout out that's going to matter to him, you know what I'm saying? I think it's kind of funny, you know what I'm saying, when little channels attack him, and they do all the time. Cab 7 is a great YouTuber and an honest man. Hi, Granny. But when I just find it astonishing, I don't know, that, you know, like I said, I was going to say, when Takedown Man, you know what I mean, gets attacked by smaller channels, and it happens probably at least weekly, if not daily, he looks at it and says, I don't give a shit. What do they matter? You know what I mean? They're just a small channel. It don't matter. Let them have whatever. It don't matter. But, you know, I notice, like, when a smaller channel needs help, that matters to him. He's helped me many times. If I was wondering if I was being, you know what I mean? If I was wondering if I was being hacked or whatever, guess who I could call? I called Takedown Man, and guess what? I find out. Hi, honey. But, yeah, I just like to call people on their bullshit every now and then, and I've been kind of resting back on this and letting shit happen and take place, but they won't come. They won't, because they got no proof. Just a bunch of crap as usual, and I shouldn't even bother you folks time with. But you know, you sit back and you look at a few of these things, because I've always been one to, you know what I mean, you keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And with sneaky little vile assholes like them, you want to keep an eye on them. Because they won't attack after me, because I attack back, and I ain't got nothing to lose. And I ain't got, you know, a 6-figure channel that they can ride their friggin' to fame. So, yeah. But, that's about all it is. Yes, you guys have. You guys have. And poor Cab 7 has everybody's back, and so does Dark Matter. You know, it has everybody's back. You guys have always helped smaller channels, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I find kind of convenient, you know, not convenient, but kind of funny. Like, Takedown Man, when he gets attacked by a smaller channel, like that angry veteran dude, it didn't matter to him because it's a smaller channel. He's like, let him have at it. I could care less. He's nothing. He's nobody. You know what I'm saying? But when a small channel needs help, guess what? He cares then, doesn't he? When a 17-year-old was on his channel earlier, you know what I'm saying, having troubles with her ex-boyfriend, that to us seems kind of silly, but to her it's very important. That was important to him. You know what I'm saying? But when people attack him in their smaller channels, he could care less. He don't care. It's fair game. But to say somebody's committing crimes and not giving proof and saying, oh, don't even ask me. She says, don't even ask me. You're going to piss me off. You know what? She's pissing me off by not giving it and going out and saying this shit. But that's just what it is. It's talk. You attacked by bigger channels? I'm sorry to hear that, Matthew. You're a good, good man, too. I'd rather have you here than any day than any of them. I don't know. I'm assuming you're talking about bigger, like, religious type channels. And I'm sure they are, too, buddy, because they're... we all know how evil religions can be. Religions can be about as far away from God as you can get. I'm sorry to hear that, Matt, but yeah, but I just kind of wanted to get that off my chest, and I feel better that I have. I notice there ain't, you know, right? I notice there ain't many people, you know. If they come on and they want the link, I'll go right back up. And I'll get on the computer that Takedown Man got me, and I'll give them the link, and they can come in, and they can show their proof that they don't have. I can give you several other channels that'll do the same thing. We'll give them all the proof. If they got proof and they want it seen, bring it out and let's see it, because you don't. It's just bullshit. Just bullshit. Oh, you would. Takedown Man's a good guy. I ain't sure how exactly he got the Takedown Man reference. I think it's because of his time. I'm assuming, and I'm guessing now, so don't quote me on this. I'm guessing, but I think it's because he did some things in the octagon, in the MMA, you know, mixed martial arts thing. And I think that's where he, you know. But everybody thinks, you know what I mean, like he's like some big, I don't know, some big hacker and all this shit, and like a big bad, you know, deep web guy. He used to do reports on the deep web and the dangers of things on the deep web and things to look out for and verifying whether things are right or wrong and on there, different stories that were, you know, of interest to people. But yeah, thank you, Rusty. I will, bud. That shit don't scare. They don't scare me a bit. They really don't, Rusty. You know what? I could care less. I mean, I've been blocked from channels I ain't even watched before. It's one thing to do things with comedy, Granny said, but they're playing attacking people. That's right. But they're not entertainers. They make nothing of their own anymore. I don't know if they ever did make anything of their own. Well, you get the best attitude. You get the best attitude. And people can be accused of a lot of things, Matt, but it don't make it true. And I'm sure they were falsely accused of you of it. Yeah? Yeah. So you understand my anger then, Matt, and I apologize to you folks for having to see me like this and for coming on here in an angry mood. I don't like it. I don't like it. You know, I'm usually happy-go-lucky and shit, but, you know, there's only so much you can take. Long ago they did. I know you do, Crims. I got you guys' back too, you know. Like I said, Takedown Man, you know, I haven't met in person, but he's nothing but had my back since day one. I remember, like, for the first week I was on, talk to him on the phone, you know, and I'd heard of his channel before I'd even come on YouTube, you know. And when I heard the voice, I didn't put the name to the voice, but when I heard his voice, I was like, oh, wait a minute, I'm talking to him? Holy shit. He was like, just like calling the next door neighbor or the guy at the store to order a sandwich. He's that accessible. And, I don't know, maybe they... Right, I know, buddy, I know. Yeah. I know my life. They little country, I know they were. Yeah, and you know what? You know why I first went to their channel and subscribed? Because Pet Monster gave them a shout out. And If Pet Monster gives them a shout out and says they're all right, then they're all right in my book. You know? Yeah, they have. Something's going on with them. I don't know what it is. I thought you were MD Outdoors. And you know what, MD? I'd go back to that name if I was you, because they disgraced that name. You didn't. You did nothing, buddy. You did nothing. You know? And that's what started this whole shit off with me anyway. I remember them sitting on them when they did their MD Outdoors Exposed shit, saying that you called their autistic daughter. And the next day, I even went on there and I asked them why they said that. And they said, oh, we never said that. We never said that. The very next day in a live stream, and I come back and I say, you said it yesterday at this time. They gave them the timestamp of their video. And they looked me right in the eye on their camera and said, no, 420, we never said that. That's because they could have lost their daughter or gotten in trouble somehow for letting their daughter, if it did happen, they were responsible. You see what I'm saying? They just lied from day one. And I knew they were bullshit ever since then. But people exist. What can you do? You live and let live on YouTube. You know what I mean? But it's about everybody started calling people out on their bullshit when it happens like that. That's just fucking, it's insane crap. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. They said you did. You called their daughter, and then the next day they say they never said that you called their daughter. Never said it. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I even go back, you know, and remind them of what time they said it on their video, and they still say we never said that. I mean, that's like looking up at the sky while I'm outside and telling me it ain't blue. That tells you right there how insane these fucking people are. I'm glad you came on. I'm glad you came on My Life Outdoors. I appreciate you on, buddy. You were the first person that I know of that they victimized. I remember they had lost their channel when they first. Right. You know what? Your first instincts are usually the best ones, Granny. Just so people know what I'm talking to. Hi, creepy. Yeah, evidently. Humble housewife. Hi. Yeah, right. I know it. It's crazy. It's all crazy. It's all crazy. They are fakes. You're right, buddy. You're right. You are MD. I still call you MD because I don't, you know what I mean? You are a military dad. You know? But, you did nothing wrong, buddy. Nothing wrong. Hi, creepy. That's right, Granny. That's right. They don't have that power. They don't have that power. That's right, Crimson. It does need to stop. They're talking about taking their channel down now, and they got a new one up, and yada, yada, yada. Why would they be taking their channel down? I'll tell you why. I know I've been flagging every video I can of this. Every time I catch them in a lie, I flag that fucking shit. That's what it's there for. No shame in my game either. I'm not a rat, but I mean, come on. They never lost it, marked everything on private, and everyone came out and they were hacked vids right about the same time it happened to me. Yeah, right, I know. It's just... They aren't worth the other shit on Granny's show. You're right. You're right. That is so too creepy. That's fact. I know they do nothing but put people down. I know it. I know it. I can't wait till tonight. They are demon possessed. And that now, man, I've never heard you say a bad word about anybody. You know? Never. Hi, Moose Knuckles. Welcome. Yes, flagging works. Yeah, that's what it's there for. You know, I flagged their video today. I did. And I'm proud I did. And totally encourage everybody to go over there and watch their video, and when you catch them in a lie, hit that flag. That's what it's there for. Hit that son of a bitch. Uh-oh, creepy cleaned her axe. Look out. You guys are cheering me up already. I feel that's awesome. I don't know, when my friends get attacked, I feel attacked myself. I've just always been overprotective of people that they need protection. They're big people, they're grown adults, and they didn't ask for it. But damn it, when they're friends, I try. Right, exactly, Granny. Not kidding me. Where the hell did the roof go? Yeah, all right, outdoors. You know, it's all right with, like I said, the YouTube, drama shit. That's all fun, you know what I mean? Look how good Keemstar's done with it. But he reports the friggin' truth, and if he makes a mistake, guess what? He backs it up. You know what I'm saying? There's a place for drama, too, if it's true. But there's no place for lies to see accusing people of thievery, calling my friends fucking pedophiles. A man that takes out pedophiles, I just get pissed and pissed and pissed and more pissed. Yeah, you know what? I could see it in your face today, Granny. You were ugly, and I've never, ever in my whole time on YouTube seen you that mad. Ever. Whoa, I don't know. Well, it's good, buddy. How are you today, no man? Ole is right. They tried to... Now, why would they want that? Just pure jealousy. But, I mean, they shouldn't be jealous. They shouldn't expect to do as well as you. You have been a professional entertainer your whole adult career, Granny Monster, you know? Yeah, she's a great YouTuber. She's an all-around great actress, great comedian. I mean, you can tell she's had a lot of radio experience just by the way she runs a stream. And I tell you what, I wouldn't be half as good if it wasn't for her suggestions. I know. I know it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get some. I need to blaze myself. I know, sitting right there saying, we're coming to Panama and you can take it as a threat any way you want, take that any way you want. Okay, well, we're taking it as a threat. I know. Yes, we can. Mission 22, absolutely. For depressed servicemen, absolutely. If somebody can post the link up there, I'll post it in the descriptions or whatever, Granny. You make sure I get the link, Hunty, and I'll put it up. I think I got it on one of my other videos, and I appreciate you doing that. And, you too, Rusty. You too. Now, somebody's running naked backwards through a cornfield. The time I ran backwards naked through a cornfield. Have you got that in video, Moose Knuckles? Granny told me I'd like you, and I do. Really lost it because she's just throwing herself in the fire. Right? Moose, you sick fuck. Laugh my ass off. Cheers. I know. Yes, yeah. So, that's normal. They, you give them a forum to show proof on. They don't want to. You know what I mean? I didn't care if they got pissed off and threw me off the porch. But she got pissed at her viewers just for asking for proof. Asking. Don't ask me for that. You're gonna piss me off. Yeah, right. You're right. That's right. I vent, let it go, and dwell on it. They win, Matt. You're right. But with that, I do want to end this in a good way. I'll just make it a half hour short, one. And I do want to end with, if you know, Mission 22, absolutely. Our depressed servicemen out there that have committed suicide or whatever because they're depressed and stuck in the hospitals or whatever. Yeah, that is definitely a worthwhile cause. Now we'll make sure the post, you know, the link is posted at the bottom of this. Now make sure it's posted a lot more often. I just want to thank you guys for bearing with me through this, because like this ain't the normal me. I like to come on and raise hell and smoke one with y'all, you know what I mean? And Mission22.com. Yes, it is. And you know what? The people that you see on here, Granny, you might have noticed a channel called Carriage Monster. Them are people that were Peter Lawler was a sergeant in the Marines, and them are all his platoon. That's his platoon, and they're over in Korea as we speak right now, fighting for our freedom and our protection. You know? And they said to keep an eye out. I guess Peter mailed me something. I don't know what, but I'm going to treasure it, whatever it is, that I got to keep an eye out for the mailbox on the 10th. And I will do an unboxing of that when it comes, because it's just as much a surprise to me as it is to you guys what it could be. But you can bet I'm going to treasure it. I got a picture of Peter I'm going to be putting up and having with me wherever my live streams are. And that way, you know, Peter was a big part of this show, and he'll remain a big part of this show for the whole time it exists. Thank you, Moose. I like to see Granny happy, and that when they take the smile out of that pretty face of hers, I get fucking mad. I do. Get mad. But well, there it is anyway. So as normal, I had a feeling there would be no, I knew you guys would come in and talk to me, but I had a feeling, and you can only, I know they're lurking, or they'll see this, and when they do, all they got to do is get in touch with me, and I'll give them, they got proof. I'll give them my whole channel. I'll give them an 8-hour stream to show their proof. I will give my whole fucking check to their new set of fucking teeth. How's that? If they got proof, I'll give my whole month's fucking check next month. I'm saying it live on air to Pam's fucking teeth. I'll do that. You are good for a laugh, Moose Knuckle, but alright, before I get going ranting again, I gotta get this shit off my mind. I'm glad I did. Nah, you all, man, you guys are great. I guess I gotta go get some more. I gotta smoke more and hate less, because I ain't hating them. I loathe them. You know what I mean? Hate's a very strong word, but I tell you what, it's close. That's right. Oh, they can't get to Granny. Granny's too intelligent. She knows. She smells bullshit before it's even dished. But thank you, Moose Knuckle, for stopping in, buddy. I appreciate you stopping in. Creepy, you're always a blessing, darling. Hey, you guys have a good one. Granny, thanks for stopping in, Hunty. I'm glad, always glad to see you. I was on this morning when you were up. I had no idea, we were up at the same time, and naturally I wouldn't have. But Crimson, everybody, thank you guys all. I'm going to sign out at a half-hour mark here, as always. If I smoke more, hate less, and you guys will see me all tonight. Like I said, if they want to come up, they got proof, I'll fire my channel right back up and give them an 8-hour stream if that's what they need. Thank you, Matt. Matt Yeshuv is Attack Dog Lord, Kingdom Ministries. People, go over there and give him some love from me, will you? Yeah, me too. That could be a good goal right there. How much weed does it take to smoke before you stop, hate, and shoot the shit? A lot. Love you guys, man. Peace out.